Good morning everyone. In today's class we are going to discuss about the topic phylum and chordates, which covers page number 75. So what is meant by this phylum and chordates? See, actually in last class itself we have discussed about few of the phylum, and here that remaining are phylum Arthropoda, mollusca and echinodermata. So these three phylums are we are going to see today. So in that first one, phylum Arthropoda, example crab, prawn. So these are all that examples for this Arthropoda. So what does that characters means? It will be having segmented body. Segmented body means the divisions in that body. Okay, that is called a segmented body. And thick chitinous cuticle, which is that outer covering, it will be made up of the thick chitinous cuticle forming an exoskeleton, the outer hard layer. Okay, that will be formed by this. And then pad and jointed legs. Pad and jointed legs means the leg, the bending legs, either it may be one or paired. Okay, and also it will be jointed together, it will be jointed, and it exhibits sexual dimorphism. Mostly it will be unisexual in nature. And then phylum mollusca, if we take example cuttlefish, snail and also an octopus are examples for this mollusca. And then here these animals, it will be soft bodied animals, there will be no any segments, which is called as unsegmented. And muscular head will be not very hard, and foot and visceral mass, mantle, calcareous shell, the outer covering, it is made up of calcareous shell, and which undergoes sexual reproduction. And in third one, phylum echinodermata, example starfish. So these are all also mostly marine in nature, and the spines, it will be found all over the body. And then it will be having the tube feet for feeding and also for the locomotion, for everything. The tube feet, it will be used because through that alone the whole like structure which will be present on that edge of that feet, which will be used for observing food materials and also for movement, for everything. That tube feet, it will be used by these animals. And then here what is meant by that chordata? So that chordates, the chordata means the skeletal rod, skeletal bone like structure, just which will be supporting that body. Okay, in all embryonic and some adult chordate animals. So in most of the animals, the animal's body, if it is supported by any skeletal rod like structure, means that it is called as chordata. And then here under the phylum chordates, there are some classes. It will be divided into some classes. It means totally 5 classes. That first one, it is class fishes, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia. So these are all the 5 different categories of animals which can be just classified under that phylum chordates. So in that, if we take class fishes, example shark, cutla, mullet. So these are all examples for this class fishes. So these are all, so every animals mostly it will be aquatic in nature, found only in water, and cold blooded. Body of that animals, it will be boat shaped. And also the movement, locomotion, it will be, that means the movement from one place to another place, that will be done with the pair of fins. Okay, and it undergoes sexual reproduction. And then if you take class amphibia, example frog. So amphibious means the animals which lives both in water and land. Such animals are called as amphibians. And it also, it will be cold blooded, and 2 pairs of limbs it will be present. It means the legs, it is present, no, front two and back two. This is called so this is also called as limbs. So these are all the 2 pairs of limbs it will be present and undergoes sexual reproduction. And then if we take class reptilia, so example garden lizard, house lizard, mostly these are all examples for this reptilia. And these are all also animals with cold blooded, and also these animals, it respire, the respiration, it takes place through the lungs. Okay, and then the scales, it will be present all over the body, and these are all oviparous in nature. Okay, oviparous means egg laying animals. Okay, that in that nature these animals it will be. And then next class, it is aves, example birds. So these are all warm blooded and exoskeleton of feathers. Here the flight adaptation means for just flying purpose, the bones of these birds, it will be very lightweight. Okay, weight, it will be very less, but it will be very strong, and in between that a hollow structure it will be there through which air can pass through. Okay, in between that air can just flow inside. For that purpose, in between that bones, there will be an empty space. Okay, and these birds are also oviparous in nature because these are all also egg laying. And then here next one, class mammalia. So for this example, cat, dog, tiger, everything we can tell, even human beings also. So these are all terrestrial warm blooded animals. External ear, it will be present, and muscular diaphragm. And then here the viviparous, these are all called as viviparous. What is meant by viviparous? giving birth to the young ones. Okay, giving birth to the young ones means that is called as viviparous. Egg laying animals are considered as oviparous animals. Okay, so these are all that 5 classes which comes under that phylum Chordata. And then here your questions you are going to learn and write is question number 19. Write a note on phylum Arthropoda, Mollusca and Echinodermata. And then here question number 20. What is Chordata? Explain the class fishes, amphibia, reptiles, aves and mammalia. So here you want to write what is the definition for that Chordata, what is mean by that, and then you want to just make a tabular column for the classes and you want to write their characteristics.